Hey, gang. Around the last week of last year, which is still, well, technically part of this week, uh, I found out something on Facebook that really, really surprised me. And to tell you the truth, I was very, very shocked. And it's kind of weird to find this news out. Um, this is a guy I've referred to on here multiple times. I've always called him the Stoner. And of course, the Stoner was with the werewolf before all that mess happened. Um, so basically, what happened was that you know he's never really been a guy that I've always considered to be somebody who can get the ladies like that. He was married once before to a woman that he was with for about I think about 10 years, and they had a lot in common. They both loved smoking pot. They just cared about each other a great deal. In fact, she told me that she wanted to be with him for a long, long time. And when they finally got together, it was almost like they just clicked, and they always seemed happy together. But I think the problem with it was the fact that you know like he does, he's somebody who likes to smother people. But of course, the werewolf was the same way because it was always like she wanted attention and she wanted attention from him 24/7, and he's kind of the same way. But for the past few years, when he was with her, he would always post on Facebook stuff like, FML and, I'm depressed and things like that. In which, personally, I always just kind of just pass by that because I'm like, oh, like, dude, who cares? He never mentioned anything about suicide or anything like that. But usually but for me, I mean, as long as I've known the guy, I was always just he's just somebody looking for attention. And the werewolf was the same way. She would get on there and she would post the same things he would, you know, depressed, FML, all this other stuff. And it'd be like, come on, you guys, just stop the crap. So, so, and the thing about the stoner was that he always claimed that his ex-wife was out to get him, and which I found that kind of hard to believe because a lot of people were trying to tell him like, dude, she's moved on with her life. She doesn't care about you anymore. In fact, at one time, I don't remember if I mentioned this or not, but one time he said that somebody at where he works at claims that they saw his ex-wife putting sugar into the gas tank of his truck, which caused it to not move anymore. And here's the really weird thing about it: he never wanted to get rid of the truck because he claims that his ex-wife had like partial custody of the truck, like it's a child or something. So I'm like, okay. So basically, what happened was that Stoner and the werewolf, they went their separate ways. The werewolf winds up with some guy with a very feminine voice, and the Stoner was single for a while, and he always seemed to have women he was interested in on Facebook, but I guess women didn't really go for him that much. And to tell you the truth, I mean, he's an all right guy, but like a lot of people, he's stuck in his ways. He believes that he can only be with a woman who's everything like him, and that was always kind of a kind of thing for him, you know. So around sometime before New Year's Eve, I'm on Facebook, checking out people's posts and commenting on certain things, and I noticed his profile picture looked different, which I was like, okay, it's him and another guy. Now, normally, guys can take pictures of each other, they're arm in arm, like, hey, we're buddies, we're, awesome, everything's cool. So I didn't think anything of it, like two guys taking a picture together is like, because I thought it could have been him and his brother, him and a cousin, him and his best friend, whatever the deal is. And after a couple of days, this really started, kind of weirding me out because I'm like, what is that all about, It's like, could he? No, no, not him, not the stoner. No way. He couldn't be. There's no way he could be. And so then, kind of adjusting this a little bit. There we go. So then, about sometime before New Year's, I just said, you know what, I'm going to go check out his profile and I'm going to see what it says. And it actually said he was in a relationship with the guy he's in the picture with, and I was just like, holy crap. And to be honest with you, gang, it really took me by surprise because I went, wow, he's gay. Yikes. You know, because I never he never really seemed to have those intentions. He never seemed to feel that way about. I mean, I remember a lot of times talking about about these two guys we knew, and I asked him one time, I said, how did they how did they tell you they were together? And he told me, and I said, how'd you feel? I said, it kind of grossed me out. I was like, okay. I never knew him to ever try to ever have those kind of tendencies or anything like that. But wow. But for him to come out and just say that, it was like, well, that's your life, man. you know. Uh, I mean, I imagine his family's supportive of him, and maybe he's not depressed anymore. I don't know. Maybe this is the reason he was depressed, because he always felt this way about himself. Maybe deep down inside he knew who he really was, but he was depressed over you know not being able to admit who he truly was. But I'll tell you, gang, I got to put him on the list of people I know with unusual traits, because I'll tell you in all honesty, I've never met a gay stoner in my life, and I can put him on the list of people I know with unusual traits. And one of these days I'm gonna do a video on that one. To tell you guys, just write down everybody I know who has a weird trait about them, and do a video for you guys. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it's still a little bit weird, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, if he's happy, good for him. I guess it's way to look at it. If he's happy, good. So anyway, gang, I'm gonna get on out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. And I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, if you knew him and you found this out about him, how would you have reacted? Let me know in the comments below. And hope you enjoyed the video. And if you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. And let's stop trying to destroy the world. Let's help others who really, really need it right now. And let's keep praying this virus nightmare is going to end very, very soon. And whether you believe in God or not, He believes in you. See you guys next time. Take care of yourselves. Try to be good. Try to be good to yourself. Try to be good to others. Till we do this again, as always, stay strong and rock on.